the stewardship of our planet, value, love. Right now, we create our sacred space and set our intentions of deepening into our awareness and practice of these 5 pillars by creating this altar and lighting the candles. Okay. I was like, who's going to get up? The first pillar is study, represented by the divine quality of light. The color yellow and the work of Dr. Ernest Holmes in his book, Science of Mind, reminds us of the importance of keeping an open mind and realizing the power of our mind. The next pillar is prayer, represented by the divine quality, power. The healing color, green, and the symbol of Ganesh, the Hindu god of remover of obstacles. We light this candle to remind us of the power of prayer in our lives. The blue candle represents the pillar of meditation and the divine quality of peace. Our symbol is Buddha, the awakened one. We light this candle as an affirmation of the importance of quieting our minds. The fourth pillar is circulation and the divine quality of life, represented by the red candle. The symbol for us is Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of prosperity, life, and fertility. We know that the great law of circulation works in our lives. As we give, so shall we receive. And the white candle represents the fifth pillar of service and the divine quality of love. The greatest symbol of love and service is the master teacher, Jesus, or Joshua. We light this candle as a call to be a service to our world, seen through the eyes of love. Let us close our eyes now. Taking a deep breath in. And as we bless this space in our time together, as we weave each of these pillars of spiritual living into our service today, may they deepen our spiritual practice of study, prayer, meditation, circulation, and service, expanding our minds and heart to the divine 5 qualities of light, power, peace, life, and love. We also bless everyone who made our service possible today, everyone in attendance, and with special gratitude to ARC of Loudon for our beautiful space. May the energy of love that is generated here bless them abundantly. And so So we can close our eyes. Just take a deep breath in and breathe out consciously. As we know, there's only one God, one power, one divine energy, one source, one life, which is God, which is in the stars, in the sky, in the trees. This divine energy is right here, right now. As I know that I am this divine energy, that I am this divine source, this life, that I am that I am. As I know that this is the truth for each one of us, that we are that we are. As I hold this truth, I know that every prayer that was spoken out loud, every that was spoken out loud and not spoken out loud, it is blessed. That divine right action, health, wholeness, abundance, prosperity, love, the healing presence of the divine is working through as what we are. We are divine. As I know that this moment, it is blessed knowing that Sunday speaks the truth of God, that her message is the message of the divine, and we bless her. We bless everyone that made our service, and we know that everything's happening and beautifully for each and one of us, and for everyone that's watching us live as well. Peace, love, abundance, wholeness. As I know this to be the only truth, I am grateful. I'm so, so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful. As I let my prayer go into the law, knowing that even before I spoke, it was done. I let God, I let it be. And so it is. Amen, amen. Ashe, ashe, satnam, namaste, namaha. So it is.
Celebrations, and the first thing we're going to celebrate today is that we have new members that are joining us. So I'd like our leadership council to come forward to support our new members. And we have Larry and Charlene coming forward. And so the first thing I want to do is I want all of you to, since we're all here, which is kind of sometimes not true, that this is just the most amazing group of people. And I'm blessed to be doing this great work with each of them. And you are blessed for this as well. So let's just acknowledge our leadership council and give them a hand. So. So one of the things that I was listening to spiritual teacher Thomas Hubel talking about what our needs are as we grow spiritually, and he talks about the two things that we really need as belonging and becoming. And that this process of feeling like we belong, that we're supported, that we're loved, that foundation allows us then to become, to continue to reach out and continue to expand and to explore and to become the best that we can be. And so membership in our community is, I think, both of those things, an acknowledgement of belonging and an acknowledgement of support in the becoming of who we are. And so with that, I'd like our new members to come forward. Renee and John Striner and Karen Dobson come forward, so we'll give them a hand. So we just have some things to share with you, and then we're going to ask you to acknowledge that you agree with these things, and then we're going to give you a flower and your membership card and hugs, and you even have a chance if you want to just say a word too, as far as you're choosing to belong. So there's not a spiritual center and its members. There's only one center as its members. That we are that center. So in choosing to become a member, you've consciously and intentionally made yourselves vital to the whole, and you are an integral part of the life of the spiritual community and the teaching. So in stepping into membership, you have made a commitment to your spiritual path and to sharing it with others. So as you enter into membership in thought and word and purpose and action, you are making a public declaration of your belief in the universal principles that this center teaches. This is an outward expression of an inward commitment to yourself, to this teaching, to the spiritual community, and to all of humanity. And as you practice these principles in your life, you're participating in the transformation of consciousness and upholding a center that honors all paths of spiritual unfoldment. So as you make this commitment today, you are unifying with all the members of our center and all the members of Centers for Spiritual Living throughout the world in a warm, divine, loving fellowship. And so as your minister and with the Leadership Council, we want to make this commitment to you and to each other. So we, your Leadership Council, we agree to provide a loving, supportive environment for your spiritual growth. We agree to offer services and workshops and classes intended to support your spiritual growth. We agree to teach the principles of science of mind and spirit and to acknowledge the good found in all the world's religions. We agree to respect your freedom of choice regarding your own spiritual pathway. And we agree to be available to spiritually counsel and support you and your family in times of personal challenge. As member, you are also asked to honor the teachings of the Science of Mind and to support the vision of the Center for Spiritual Living Leesburg. So we invite you to make these following agreements. To use the resources of the Center for Spiritual Living Leesburg so you can continue your spiritual growth and development. In so doing, you are actively being a part of furthering our vision, which is to awaken our inherent oneness with divine source, our planet, and each other, and then act knowing that oneness matters. So if you agree to this, just please say, I do. To uphold our values to the best of your ability so that we are a place of our qualities, our values that we show here of love and generosity, authenticity, respect, gratitude, joy, curiosity, beauty, integrity, and clear communication. So if you're in agreement with this importance of these values, you can say, I am. So to support the center with your time, your talent, your finances, so that it can continue to support you and others in the expression of our mission, which is providing opportunities to deepen into our spiritual practice, to experience the empowering education, to encourage engaged action, and to cultivate inspired leadership. If you are in agreement with this mission of our center and are committed to your part in its unfoldment, please say, I am. So as your minister, it's an honor for me to share the spiritual journey with you. And I'd like you, if you'd like to at this moment, to just again say your name, and if you just have a word about what to step into membership today. So
my name is Karen Dobson, and I'm just ecstatic to be part of a community that is really a reflection of my inner beliefs, and so to be with like-minded. So I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Okay, yes.
I'm Renee Striner. It's so nice to find somewhere in Leesburg where I can just be myself and tell my own stories too, and I'm not judged for my beliefs. And I'm very happy to have found this church, and I'm very happy to become a member.
Wonderful. Yeah.
My name is John Striner, and pretty much the same thing. It's nice to actually find, somewhat like-minded people and people who believe a lot of the things that we do. And it's just a nice thing, like especially CSL Leesburg, that it's just nice to be around people who you respect, and it's nice to discuss these things and see things the same way.
Wonderful. Thank you. And so I'm going to turn it over to Kristen, our president of our Leadership Council. She's going to officially welcome you in, and you can get your rose and your membership card, and we'll all give you a round.
New friends, as you enter in this membership, you are important in a unique way to each other and to all of humanity. Through your practice of the teachings of science of mind, you become a vital factor in establishing and maintaining the awareness of oneness within and all around you. You are one with the very spirit of the divine presence and an influence for good in the lives of all whom you contact. As you join in membership, you and we are blessed as your lives are expanded into greater good. The highest obligation placed upon you truly is the obligation you place on yourself in the fulfillment of the purpose in your heart and the meaning of this membership to you. On behalf of our Leadership Council and all other members of this center, I lovingly receive each one of you into membership in the Center for Spiritual Living Leesburg. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in acknowledging our new members.
so we'll go ahead and let's get a picture, and then you guys can have your roses and stay up here. So we need to get Nam Shakti in here too. Yeah, it's all about. We're all one. All right. All right. All right. Yay. Okay. So let's give them their flowers. And all right. You guys want to come up and start getting ready to sing? Yay.
So, for those of you who know me musically pretty well now, country is not my genre, but this is a country song that has just a really fantastic message. So, we're doing it, and you'll recognize it. I know you'll never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God will never ever leave you empty-handed. I know you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I know one door opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I know you'll dance. I know you'll dance. I know you'll never fear those mountains in the distance, and never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might make taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I know you'll dance. I know you'll dance. I know you'll dance. I know you'll dance. I know you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I know one door opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance. I know you'll 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 dance. Tell me who wants to look back on the youth and wonder where those years have gone. Thanks.
Beautiful.
Ken Burns' new documentary on country music.
All right. In there is fine. I have one.
Oh, right, you have your, oh, yeah.
I'm hands-free, baby. Jazz hands. All right. Well, good morning. I was thinking about Spiritual Community Day, and we're celebrating our 5th anniversary. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh, 5 years we've been coming together, and it's been such a really wonderful journey. And so I'm just loving seeing everybody here today to celebrate. And I was thinking about the Buddhist idea of refuge, of where we find refuge. And they talk about the three ways we find refuge, as they call it the Buddha, which is the awakened nature, which is what when we talk about finding that divine essence within you, that's a refuge, right? And then the Dharma, which is the path. So that's the choice that everybody makes to come together and to work and practice the teachings and do the spiritual practice together, because we are a community of practice, not just talk. And then Sangha, which is the community itself, the spiritual aspirants. And so today we celebrate all three, right? We celebrate all three. We do every week, but it's just an acknowledgement of this spiritual community of 5 years, of the beautiful new members that we have, our leadership council. In a little while, we're going to be dedicating a practitioner and honoring Charlene as well. And so this month, we have been talking about this stewardship in action, the love of the planet, which is a part of our series, our whole year series of spirituality in action. And so we've been talking about this idea of how love is a verb, right? And that when we come from that place of understanding our oneness with ourselves, with our divine source and each other, then there's a natural love that comes forward in order to protect and honor and love and support our beautiful earth and the other living beings and all that is part of that. And so this is just such a powerful series and a powerful talk. And so today is the talk title is Transcending Fear. And we know that we've been talking a lot about moving from fear to love. And we know that a lot of this stuff that we're talking about with regard to the earth and to natural disasters and to all the things that can bring up fear, right? And so how do we deal with that? And I want to share a story this last week. I have a very good friend, prayer partner, colleague. She had been traveling, and she posted on her Facebook page last week that she'd had this kind of terrifying experience where she was on the freeway. She was on I-95 traveling back, and it was about midnight. Her sister was with her, and all of a sudden this car came up and got in front of her and slowed down. And while it did that, another car came up to the side of her and boxed her in and started trying to get her to get off the road. And she's sharing this, and oh my gosh, and then she said that they did get her off the road. They pulled over, and she said when this guy got out of his car, she knew she had to get out of there. And she was able to maneuver and just floor it and get out of there, and then they chased her. And 3 more times this happened. They're on the freeway at midnight, on I-95, just she and her sister. And they were trying to get 911, and they're finally, they finally lost them. And I want you to just notice how you're feeling right now. I just want you to notice what's going on in your body. We get into I'm reading that and I'm thinking, I have a son right now driving up I-95, and oh no, and I start planning, right? Oh, we got to tell him, how would you do it? What would I do? But I just want you to stop and drop into your body. What's your body feeling? if you just get out of your head and you feel into what fear, concern feels like, and we describe it from a physical perspective, it changes the energy. When I was there, I'm like, I got this knot in my stomach. I kind of feel this tension in my shoulders, my jaw starting to clench. And as I acknowledge that fear, it transforms it. It moves through us. It's the only time that fear and stress causes problems is when we hang on to it, when we don't allow ourselves to express it naturally, don't allow it to move through us. And I think sometimes in our movement, we get afraid of fear. We get afraid of even expressing natural, normal emotions. And we know that it's contagious, right? Dr. Holmes says that it's possible for us to catch fear from others, much as we catch a cold, for we are all unconscious, mental, emotional, spiritual broadcasting stations. At all times, we are feeling and thinking and connecting, and just in this moment, feeling into the story and how that all moves through us. And then when we either deny it and we go, oh, let's think positive, happy thoughts, or we get into it, that's when the challenge happens. So what I really see our evolutionary process in our movement is to really move from the mind. Our thoughts are powerful. It's so important. Our beliefs and our thoughts and how we think and all that is so amazingly important. But we have to evolve into an embodied spirituality, because our spirituality doesn't end at the neck. We have this whole expression of who we are, and that when we can acknowledge what's going on with us, what's moving through us, then we can move into that place of being able to legitimately and healthy and powerful way move from fear to love. Move from that sense of separation, which creates the fear, which creates the need to have to fight back or to take what is ours, all that, to this place of connection and oneness and balance. Carl Jung said that an enlightened person is a person who brings light to their darkness. Knowing all that we are, both our light and dark side bring us into a greater degree of synergy, embodiment, and awakened transformation. So that awareness is twofold, right? It's the awareness of our shadow, that which we don't really like to look at, but also our light, to be able to know that we are all connected to that one divine light. And I have shared this before, but I love what Chris Dierkes, who's a spiritual practitioner, talks about labeling emotions negative or positive. When we, we were trying to get rid of negative emotions versus positive emotions. And what he talks about is more about the idea of unhealthy and unconscious emotions versus conscious emotions. So what we just did in that moment when I was telling you this story is we took it from this kind of unconscious place to a conscious awareness of what was really going on within us. And so we have that our fear is not something that we should push away from. It can actually, a healthy conscious fear is a source of intuition for us. It's a source of understanding. If we didn't have fear, we wouldn't be here, guys. We would have, our ancient forefathers and foremothers who were sitting, meditating and in this lovely jungle got eaten, right? It was the ones that were aware, we're looking out, finding. So that gene is in with us because we're all survivors of that. And so, but we have to keep evolving. So we evolve from that place of being aware to this consciousness of what can I do with this? Awakened anger can help us create healthy boundaries. Awakened, conscious, healthy anger can make us act, can take us out into the world to do the good that there is. Do you see the difference between those of us who are practicing these principles, who are coming from a place of oneness, who are connected in love to our earth and to each other? Can you see how that is a different place of acting from that boiling up of anger that these things are happening in our world, as opposed to somebody who's fearful and separated and pushing against and coming from that place, it's a totally different energy. And the only way we're going to transform our world is if we can transform our action coming from a place of fear to a place of love. You know, Dr. Ernest Holmes said that wouldn't it be great if there were, 100 people that were for something
Yes, I had it all the time. I never have to wait again for my good. In spite of my grief, I got everything I need. Never have to wait again for my good. It always seems a bit beyond me. One step ahead and out of reach. Oh, an empty hole I couldn't fill until I stopped looking out and faced my questions in. And now I find I can have it all the time. I never have to wait again for my good. Despite my grief, I got everything I need. I never have to wait again for my good. Now I never have to wait again for my good.
Inherent oneness with divine source, our planet, and each other, and then act knowing that oneness matters. So it is. So this is our time of sharing our gifts. If you're here visiting today, that's your gift to us. And if you do have a contribution you'd like to make, we thank everybody who makes their automatic donations, so we know that's going on. Whatever you have that you're sharing today with us, just place it over your heart this very moment and acknowledge and know that that wonderful divine law of circulation is working in your life, that everything that we give out into this community goes forth and supports Ark of Loudon, supports the local community places that we tithe, comes back to us tenfold. And so let us say our affirmation together. Divine blesses all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give thanks that this is so, and so it is. So we're going to sing our song of gratitude.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. For this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful day. This beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. For this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful day. This wonderful day. Repeat. This wonderful day.
So our children's program is underway. It meets the second and fourth Sunday every month. So today, no, not, but next Sunday as well. So spread the word in our children's program, and thank I just made you a Reverend, Larry. Yeah. And Kristen mentioned our spirit groups. So we we've embarked upon this wonderful program of small group ministries, and that's an opportunity for members of our community to meet in our homes. And there's this wonderful training. It's really easy. It's video-based, so people can just
Make me think about what it does to you. And I don't know how I feel about positive thinking in terms of really being able to affect the state of the planet, but I do know that it does affect other people's attitudes. And so I was thinking for myself in my environmental work, am I doing enough to share that passion and caring and love for the planet that I have, so that it isn't, I'm not lecturing and saying, you need to care more, but, you know, if they feel it coming from me, it's that body thing, you know, the feeling energetically, maybe they will care more. And so that was a very great little flash reminder there. Thank you.
Yeah, that's very important. So thank you for that. All right. Oh, Bruce, yes.
I didn't quite say it, but I came away from your remarks about thinking about the affirmative power of love, how it motivates people to take actions for the right intention and with the right goal.
Absolutely.
And it helps us really make a difference.
Absolutely. Yep. Beautiful. Thank you. All right, you guys ready for some food? Yeah? Let's stand and sing our final song. Say out loud, I am love. Open your eyes, look around, say, you are love. Hands up in the air. It's all love. Spread that love around. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Stay and have some fun. So, yeah.